to D&D Beyond, and do we have a treat for you today? And by treat, I mean terrible mortal danger for all of these lovely folks, because we are going to face off with the one, the only, the undying, and or whispered, and or the titles are so long. It's Vecna. Vecna has a stat block that you can claim right now on D&D Beyond. You can claim it at no cost until June 16th. So go hit that link, grab it, add it to your collection, bring it to your table. After that, it's going to be available as a sub perk in June and July. But you can get it right now to put him at your table. If you want to know a little more about running him, I got to talk to Jasmine Bhullar about that and put it up on the channel. So we're going to see, I'm tuning out everything I learned from it. That's my excuse for not applying any of the strategy I just learned in this encounter. But in addition to grabbing that dossier and checking out that how to run, you should check out the new Vecna dice that we made, because we got real excited about Vecna today. So there are some Vecna dice, which are gorgeous, that you're going to see in action at our table today. And there's a third thing. There's claiming it, and there's getting the... Oh! And of course, if this makes you want to face off with Vecna yourself, you should check out the free adventure that our own Michael Galvis and Mike Bernier put together on the site. A free mini adventure to face off with Vecna and your players that you can also get right now. And with no more ado from me, I'm going to hand it off to our DM for today. The talented, the inspiring, I hope I can butter you up enough to not murder us all in the next 2 hours, Jasmine Bhullar.
Murdering you all in the next 2 hours is my middle name.
Jasmine murdering you all in the next 2 hours.
Yep. Normally it's Priya, but for the purposes of today, I love how giddy you are, Joe. That's just such a great way to start. Should we introduce everyone first, Amy?
I would love that.
Okay, we're going to start with you since you kicked us off and then didn't introduce yourself. Who are you, Amy, and who are you playing?
My name is Amy Dallen. You know me from here at D&D Beyond. And today I am rolling up with Bane Laughingheart, level 20 Warlock.
Fantastic. Michael.
Hey, I'm Michael Galvis, and I am playing the Kenku Barbarian, Dawnville Bleakhammer.
Why not Beakhammer?
Because I'm not as clever as you, Jasmine.
Oh, I thought there was a reason you did it.
No. Just going to delete my character and start over.
No, sorry. I was thinking, Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna Prosser. I am bringing my Shatterkai rogue Harith, who is just here for the money.
You know what? Aren't we all? Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe Starr. I live here at D&D Beyond, and I am playing Paladin, an Oath of Vengeance. Ooh. Paladin named Lark the Absolute, who I made up this morning while bathing.
Lark the Cleanliness. Indeed, it is Lark that is contemplating the scent of the soap used at the last inn he visited, as he stands right outside a portal, gazing upon an ancient mage tower, a wicked spire of stone cruelly jutting out, piercing the landscape around you in the chaotic realm of limbo. You see stars form and collapse in on themselves around you. You see roses go through their entire life cycle, and clouds kind of, the poisonous vapor gives ways to clouds that then just turn into ash and kind of rain down on your head. What does Lark look like? What is the figure we see sat outside the portal?
So you see a very large, unkempt Goliath whose camera has chosen the perfect time to blur out completely.
A very blurry Goliath.
You see a very blurry Goliath. He has like long black hair and just like a beard that says, "I still love the band Korn." His armor is very like piecemeal and put together. and he resting on his shoulder is this giant greatsword that is covered in holy relics from across the multiverse that he has slowly just soldered on to this sword. You can almost count his age and his eyes like tree rings just based on the number of benders he's clearly been through in his life. And as he looks up at the palace, he glances down to his side to no one and says, yeah, I don't love the look of it either, but that's where we've been headed, and yeah, that's where we've been going. And then he kind of looks again and says, I didn't appreciate that.
A different voice answers you, not from your side, but from behind you. And you see a tiny Aarakocra chicklet kind of like pecking at the ground with its feet and being like, who are you talking to?
Oh, hey, didn't see that. No, just yeah.
Do you see things?
Oh yeah, no, I see a lot of things. Normally, I wouldn't bring him in. Normally, he's real quiet and chill. Have you ever dealt with a preteen before?
No.
Yeah, well, they're real assholes. You're being an asshole.
We obtain adulthood spontaneously without an awkward pubescent phase.
I mean, that sounds a lot more efficient than how I did it. What brings you to
Do you
this?
not have friends? You don't have friends. You're gonna go to the tower and die alone. Everyone else who comes here has friends.
She's worse than you. No, I'm not. I'm not friendless. Just no. Everyone's not here yet. I like to be early. I'm a punctual guy. Who are you anyway? What are you doing here? You're like 4 years old.
My name is Winky.
Hey, Winky, did your parents leave you here? Is this like a Home Alone situation?
My father commissioned you all to come here and make battle with the great evil of this plane.
Oh, your dad's yeah. Oh, what? Weird that he dropped you off. No childcare?
I can care for myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I don't doubt it. No, yeah, everybody else should be here soon.
As you say this, the portal sputters and throws out Bane Laughingheart, who lands unceremoniously on her face. Oh, you see a little Aarakocra standing over you. He wasn't lying. Sometimes when people say their friends are coming, hours pass. It is very sad.
Who wasn't lying about what?
Well, you're... And she points to the Goliath, Lark the Absolute.
We are convened. No, we are somewhat convened. And you are?
Man, you got a heck of a glow up going on.
Oh, yes. I'm trying to. Yeah. And weird lights are sort of like shooting off of me in various directions as I clearly try to sort of brush off my long skirts and put the hair back into some kind of order. They're sort of long blonde curls. Yeah.
That's new. I like it. Cool.
Since I have learned much since last we journeyed together, as you know, but I'm trying to put on a front for the Kenku, so and I'm ready to wield the full force of these powers. Yes.
As you say this, Bane, you hear a voice, and you see a shadowy figure made of like stardust, kind of glimmer, but only you can see it. It bobs between one shoulder to the other and says, "Do not take my gifts lightly."
I'm not. I'm trying to... It's... You have
Slay Vecna and take the other eye, or I will take your eye.
I'm gonna try. I just...
Try?
I know we made a deal, and I will do my best for that because I appreciate the power, but you didn't give me a lot of time to sort of adjust.
Yes, adjust. Your pathetic mortal flesh can barely hold an ounce of my magnitude. You threaten to come apart at the seams.
I can do this, and I will fulfill the bargain.
Are you talking out loud?
When I talk to my little buddy here, can others hear me, Jasmine?
Yeah, it's up to you. If you feel like Bane would answer aloud to a creature that's speaking to them psychically, 100% you can.
You know what? Since this is new, hasn't occurred to her yet. So yeah, all of that was out loud.
Lark is like kind of stares at you for a beat, and then he's just like, I mean, I can't judge. You know my whole thing.
Right. I didn't want you to feel I didn't want you to feel so alone. So I have adopted a similar we can probably drop it. Hello. Can I tell that this is a young Kenku just from the looks?
It's an Aarakocra.
Aarakocra?
Yeah. It looks a little awkward, like the feathers are at that ugly bird length when they're chicks.
Like that's our young friend here for their
There's
comfort.
some patchiness.
Hello, I'm Bane Laughing Heart, and I do a big bow curtsy thing.
What does Bane look like?
Bane is 6 feet tall, ragged blonde curls, currently full of dirt from falling in it just now. But she wears green and purple long robes that end in layered skirts. And she does have that sort of slightly electrified air about her, as if her sort of sparking off, not an actual magical effect, but just a general sense, as my patron may have alluded to, that like something is threatening to jump out of the skin at all times.
The portal sputters out again. Ugh. Make a dex save as you're standing near it.
Both of us are just like...
Both of you. Yeah. Sorry. Took me a second to process that you were asking me.
17.
I've had coffee today.
It's a 6.
Oh, like you are able to sidestep it. An elven figure comes tumbling out of the portal as it sputters and flickers once again, falling directly on you. It is your friend, Harith. What does Harith look like?
Well, first of all, Harith has a plus 17 to acrobatics. So I like to imagine that, like, even though I fell on Bane, it actually turned into a graceful roll where I stood Bane back on her feet and then clasped my hands quietly and smoothed my robe. Mm-hmm. And Harith is a very pale-skinned, jet black-haired, like you said, elf-like Shatterkai. And hair is parted in the middle, slicked back into a tight bun. The robe is like a very closely tailored, long, almost like suit-like robe. And you guys know from having hung out with Harith that there are sundry weapons underneath the robe, but on the outside it is completely unadorned and unremarkable. Hello, Bane. Please be careful.
Much appreciated. An excellent entrance as always.
I know. Hello, Joe. I mean, Lark.
Hey.
I don't know why I said that. I have been hanging out with someone named Joe.
It's been. How is Joe?
Well, as always.
Real steady guy.
Yes. And I believe regarded as kind.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Well behaved.
Yeah. Either even keeled or just being very shielded as to, what kind of stress he's actually going through. So he always just blocks with, I'm fine. Yeah.
He was immersed in bathing last I saw him.
All right.
Always admired his hygiene. Yeah.
Indeed.
No, that's a guy that can draw a bucket and then dump it on himself.
I hate this running show. As you say, dump it on himself, you see a Kenku come somersaulting through the top of the portal as well. But thanks to those somewhat Utah wings, very awkwardly kind of falling to the ground. The portal is about 15 feet tall. You land unceremoniously on your behind with an Aarakocra standing over you, Dawnville. The Aarakocra says, "You're not a good flyer."
Me. Oh, yeah. I'm the king. Yeah. No, my folk we don't really fly. We have no need for it. And what you see is like this 30-pound, like 3'4" Kenku who just looks ripped and just like so shredded. He never misses his creatine or his protein shake before bed. But strangely enough, his maul is like made for like normal size folk. So it actually weighs more than him. But he's so tough. He has like this big old beard of like black feathers that just like sticks out, and it's not well groomed. You know, there's like maybe like a little spider that's just like crawling around in there. His little buddy. Yeah. No need for that. You know, if I need to fly, I always just like throw my maul and I just hold on real tight.
Yeah, respect, brother. Respect.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
What's up,
Lark?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if it's just, end of the journey type stuff, but I was just reminiscing, in our early adventures when you were still doing that can only repeat what other people say thing. Remember that?
Yeah. You could only repeat what other people. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that sucked. I'm glad you learned to talk.
Terrible. Yeah, good thing we went to that one like multiverse portal or whatever. Just came out the other side. It's like, oh, I got my own voice. How cool.
Yeah. Great side quest.
Yeah. I do still sound a little bit like you. Kind of working on that, but we'll do our best.
Greetings, Dawnville, and I try to look really cool.
What the hell happened to you? You look amazing.
Thank you. I've come into my power, and I am very excited to join you at last on an adventure such as the ones you have regaled me with so many stories of.
Last time I saw you were there was like some like dragon that was like consuming you, and then we had to like kick it through some like ley lines or whatever, and the whole thing just exploded into it was really beautiful, but we were sad. We had like a beer for you, like we didn't have like ashes or anything. You couldn't bury you, but we had a drink.
It didn't look so pretty from the inside, but it is good to see you again.
Yeah.
Salutations, Dawnville. You look muscular.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you look
clean
as ever, as beautiful as I remember you from 10 minutes ago.
Ew! A little Aarakocra says loudly.
Feathered child, why are you exclaiming at my compliment?
Because he's doing mushy stuff. That's cooties.
Have you seen a cootie?
Just because you can't see something doesn't mean it's not real.
We've established this.
I will think on this.
He like waddles over to you and like kind of does like a circle around you in a very bird-like fashion with her head.
Around Harith?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Apprising.
For what reason?
You seem capable. Maybe you'll survive and just all of your friends will die.
So you're coming with us to the tower, right?
No.
Oh, well. It's a shame. You could have proven your worth with that flying.
My job is to make sure you're all tall enough to go in.
I think we're okay. Harith, am I crazy? Today I woke up and I was like, I'm probably gonna die today. Final glorious battle with an archlich, and this kid's here, and like that has thrown me more than
Are you afraid of children?
Just off put.
They're a little creepy.
I'm not afraid of children. I got 3 weird little spectral ones on my back all the time, but like this one, I really don't know how to make heads or tails of this.
Wait, where'd that third one come from?
Excuse me?
You said you have 3. I thought you had 2.
I meant to say 2.
Oh. Are you lying again? It's okay if you picked up another buddy.
It's Poe and Ren. No, you don't have a third sibling that I haven't told you about. A slip of the tongue. I'm never going to hear the end of this.
If you are off put, I suggest deep breathing and perhaps consumption of a leafy green.
Yeah. Leafy greens again.
I like salads too. And as she's saying this, she's like unfolding this like large metal expanding tube that like she's pulling, but it's also like kind of reticulating out. And then she like gives it a tap on the ground, and she gives it a couple of more larger taps on the ground. And finally, it completely unfurls. And it is of a much larger, wizened Aarakocra with one wing extended that says, "Must be this tall to die."
How tall is it?
It's not very tall. It's just barely taller than his daughter. See, I can't come to the tower, but I'm here to check and make sure everyone else can. She pushes it forward.
Harith agreeably stands next to it to be measured.
It like comes up to maybe your thigh, mid-thigh.
It appears I am tall enough.
Very well then. Proceed at your own peril.
I
Harith
walk,
jauntily walks toward the tower.
I'll light up next. I want to stand next to it and strike a very, what I believe is intimidating pose.
Mm-hmm. Make an intimidation check.
All right. This could actually work. 14.
The Aarakocra chuckles. Oh yes, great warlock, Bane, laughing heart. Oh, how I quiver in my feathers at the sight of thee. You're tall enough. Go ahead.
Thank you. Awkwardly kind of mutters. Smooths the skirts again and proceeds.
Okay, flightless.
Donwell will walk up with his maul just dragging it behind him, sit it down in front of him, stand on top of the head of the maul, and then,
That's cheating.
no, my maul is an extension of myself.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, no.
And then there were 3.
Oh, that's a 15.
Okay. Yeah, it works. Just like, okay, fine. You see her kind of like doing the mental calculus. If without the maul, you'd still cross it. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, go ahead. Horrors await you.
Oh, no.
Scientia
scared.
Tower beckon.
He hops off his maul and just kind of and joins Bane.
Okay, you're last, traumatized father man.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, no, I'm taking it serious. Quiet for once. Go. Kind of just like really tries to puff up, and he also like sucks in his gut. Like he definitely has that. Like I was the star jock in high school, but has not really lifted a weight in 30 years. You know, kind of. Yeah. So he's really just. Are we good?
It like comes up to your knee because you're a Goliath. Yes, that'll pass muster.
All right. Come on. And kind of gestures to no one and
Farewell forever. And as you walk towards the tower, you hear her mutter, "One day I'm gonna be tall enough." The tower reaches out like one crooked finger from the ground, beckoning towards you ominously. The closer you get to it, the more you see small stones and pebbles kind of rising from the ground around you until all of a sudden, just the sheer magnetism of this place lifts you off your feet.
Arnville doesn't seem to take notice of this. He's just like, so what do you think? Like Mind Flayer, Black Dragon? See, he's like going through a list of monsters they've defeated on their adventures. I don't know. Like, what do we think we should be preparing for? Like, I mean, it's just a zombie, right? How bad can that be?
What information have we been given already?
Give me a history check to see like what you recall of the information.
15.
Yeah, you know that this used to be a great reliquary. Sorry, I have my retainer. It's so hard to talk. This used to be a great reliquary of like information, a study of the arcane arts. Scholars used to gather here and hold court here, exchange ideas with each other. And then there was one amongst their numbers whose foul deeds were so great that the entire place is cursed. There is a very powerful wizard, one similar to the one in the height checker that you were just subject to, that has tasked you all with cleansing this tower of the corruption at its heart, so that he may be privy to the secrets therein.
I give all of this information as reading a textbook.
I love it.
And to cleanse the evil within.
That's right. That's right.
Gotta cleanse the evil.
Shall we cleanse?
Oh, let's cleanse.
Now, because gravity has given way, you're able to move freely around the tower. There are various windows peering in, and from counting the windows, you can tell there are 4 stories to this place.
Yeah, Lark is not a subtle person. Is there anything that just clearly looks like this is the ornate entrance to?
Yes, there is an arced doorway down below. It is cloaked in like a strange dark mist that emanates from it, as though it's kind of coming through the cracks and it's conjured from something within. It's like it's holding back a great evil.
You know what, folks? I don't even think I need to cast a spell. I feel like that's where we need to be going.
All right, well, let's go. I'm gonna take my maul, go up to this front door, and just. Oh wait, did any of you want to? I don't know, take the lock or something. You know me. I just like to go straight through.
Aerith?
If you prefer to use brute force, you are certainly welcome. However, I can open it with my tools.
Well, I don't want to step on any toes. You know, I've broken down many doors in my day. If you want to turn, you're totally welcome to it.
I am standing very far away from you. You could not step on my toes. I am very agile.
Okay, and I'm gonna swing at the door.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check as you lift your maul to swing.
Okay. 18.
As you are about to swing or you're mid-swing, you realize that there is a ward on the door. You have a moment here to decide whether you want to try to pull the maul back or follow through.
Follow through. You can break through any magic with the maul.
All right. Give me a Constitution save.
All right. Ooh, I'm good at these. The 27.
Okay. You take 14 points of necrotic damage. But nothing else happens. You see like this dark, sticky film kind of emanate from where the ward flashes for a moment and then trickle along the maul. And before you have a chance to react, it kind of gets in under your fingernails and you feel this sort of pox take hold in your entire arm. The veins sort of blacken and darken for a minute with like a yellow pus-like tinge on the outer sort of like edges of it, the outer edges of the skin, even on your dark Aarakocra. I keep getting them mixed up. Kenku skin. And you feel a lot of pain, but that's it. The door, however, still stands solid.
Are you well, Donville?
Yeah, it's just a little cut. I think this is one of those magic-y things that we need to
Handled. Lark is going to he's floating, so he can't really drive a sword in the ground, but it kind of puts it in that kind of position, and a few of the holy relics that are fused to it start to glow, and I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on the door
Okay.
at 3rd level. So that'd be a save of 13.
Perfect. As you dispel the magic from the door, you see the handle of it, which looks like a bony hand that is like clutching at the door, kind of spring to life and fall off of it, forming a strange bony cat. Its head kind of flips around like an owl and it takes off or attempts to.
Eldritch Blast.
Roll to hit.
Amy thinks that sounds adorable, but Bane is freaked out. Let's see. 21 to hit with that first ray.
That hits.
And, gonna pop. That might want to roll more than one of these at once, but that's 2 damage if I'm doing my math right.
Yeah. As you as you hit, the cat jumps up like a foot in the air and does that spooky cat thing where it's like back arches and it does like an awkward hobble and goes, "How?"
Can I? Do I have permission to hold back the other 3 rays? Just have used one of those.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. How? Can you understand us? Can you understand us?
Meow. Give me a insight check.
Insight check.
I feel like this bone cat is BSing us.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, it's BSing you.
You can totally understand us. Lead us to the interior of and I'm looking around, to the tower, and we will reward you.
Give me a persuasion check.
It's 14.
And what would I get in return?
You would get...
Do you like ghost children?
You're gonna give away one of your kids?
I'm kidding.
Careful the bargains
Incredulously.
you make, Lark.
No. I am not fond of children.
Me neither. I hear you.
What about milk?
Bone milk?
Strong bones, as they say.
I suppose I could be amenable to something like that. I was hoping for your livers.
No, we need those.
Yeah, now we're in what we like to call the bargaining phase now. We led with milk. You've countered with livers. Feel like there's something... Maybe gang. I don't know what's a few steps under livers.
Did we bring a healer with us? What happened to that one person that could heal? Because I was just thinking I could just like take a finger off or something if the cat wants it, and then we could just like. Whoop.
Oh, Joe.
Smart.
Remember, too OCD to keep adventuring with this. Dude's always so worried about cleanliness. Yeah. Nope. I mean, I can cure.
It could have been useful in cleansing the tower.
Fair.
I suppose, Lark, you have some healing, but we may need it, I fear. Hold on. Let's...
Lark, as you say, this is the bargaining phase. Give me a persuasion check of your own.
Copy that. Dirty 20.
It paws at the ground a bit, its bony tail clittering as it kind of moves back and forth in the air. And it says, "Very well, there's something else I desire. Colleen's journal.
Who is Colleen?
Colleen's story in this tower is a tragic one. She attempted to escape, when he and the cat's eyes kind of like look towards the tower in an ominous fashion, transported it here to the realm of limbo. Unfortunately, she was unsuccessful. I'll open this cursed door for you. And I'll give you the second key to cross the cruel gate. And you just have to give me Kayleen's journal.
How shall we know it?
Oh, you'll know it.
Have like her name and says like keep out under it, something.
Perhaps it says Colleen's journal on the front.
That's what I'm thinking.
I feel it is a good bargain.
Agreed.
As you say this, the cat kind of leaps and turns back into what looks like the skeletal structure of a human hand, nestling perfectly at the edge of the door, almost like a door handle. And then you get the sense that if you were to touch it, it would open.
I'll reach forward. Gently push on our friend.
You smell the smell of very still air, as though this place has not been disturbed in some time.
I'll enter first and go in with super stealth. Try to enter unseen and scope out the room.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
I have advantage and plus 17 on stealth checks. So the first roll is a 30 and the second roll is a 36. I am invisible.
You're able to move through the tower, very silkily. You blend in with the darkness of this place. It doesn't take you long to discover that there are 4 sort of plaques next to the spiral staircase ascending through the middle of the space. There is the sort of foyer that you're in now. And actually, by looking around, you notice that this place was used as like maybe a place to host a great galas at some point. There's beautiful kind of sconces affixed to the walls. There's large carpets adorning the middle of the space, but they've grown moldy and kind of old because of disuse. But next, or under those plaques, you also see one denoting the living quarters, another denoting the laboratory, and the last one denoting the observatory.
Did you say 4 plaques or 3?
4.
I realize I
The
can't
first
see
one
them
being
yet.
the foyer.
Okay.
In which you are now.
So then Harith will come back to wherever the rest of the party is waiting. I have cleared the area. There is no threat here, and there are directions to other rooms.
Shall we start with the next level?
Agreed.
I say head up.
Didn't we cleared these rooms, right? Like we checked them. Everything's
Yes.
good.
Yeah, don't question Harith.
I know I came a little late,
Best rogue in the biz. No items of value. Everything's clear.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure,
Harith just turns around and cat walks up the stairs stealthily to try to peek into the next level.
As you peek into the next level, you see that this floor is it's a much larger living space. There's just various pieces of really plain wooden furniture kind of strewn around everywhere. There's bookcases that reach up to the ceiling, and the way the room is set up is almost like that of a college dormitory. It is designed to house large numbers of people here for the study of magic, more so than to give any kind of artifice of luxury, if that makes sense.
So there's just beds, books,
And beyond.
Give me a perception check.
Oh my gosh. I didn't. I thought I was going to roll 1. 31.
You do notice on one of the beds a handmade stuffed animal of a cat with a little bow at its neck.
And I assume I kind of can tell this room is clear of danger, at least
Yes.
visually. I'll call back to the rest of the party. It seems safe. And then I'll walk over to the bed and check out the stuffed animal and kind of look around to see if I see a journal, because we know that Colleen liked cats.
Yeah. Yeah, with that perception check, you hit the nail on the head. As you like look at the like handmade, made out of almost like burlap sack cat and search the nightstand, you do find a journal.
I followed upstairs, so hopefully I'm entering as. What's there?
Does it say Colleen's journal on the front?
No, but if you were to open it, maybe you would find something to confirm or,
I have
debunk the
found a
theory.
book, and I'll open it and start reading, leafing through it.
As you read it, it does become clear that this is Colleen's journal. As you kind of flip through it, you do notice she talks about how one day she would like to have a cat familiar of her very own. She also details someone named Aiden and how Aiden has sort of become disenchanted with her and how he doesn't find comfort in her company anymore. How instead he chooses to wander the tower, performing strange experiments of a foul nature. And he's been getting these headaches and he has this pain behind his left eye, and that his eyes look bloodshot, and truly looking at his face disturbs her.
I flipped to the end. What's the last entry she made?
The last entry is a hand-drawn picture of her and her cat.
And does it seem like it ends abruptly? Like
Yes.
she was just doing day to day and then all of a sudden no more?
Mm-hmm. You also notice the writings get less frequent towards the end. She talks about a great darkness in the tower. She talks about the tower being ripped to a realm of chaos. She talks the sort of it goes from like a really well constructed journal to like the rantings of a mad woman. Fragments, you can't tell or discern what's real and what's fake, because she speaks of having visions. She speaks of her own left eye aching from time to time. She talks about trying to escape the tower, and then she talks about how she finally has a familiar of her own, and it only cost her her hand.
Ooh. Are there dates on the entries?
At the beginning there are, and at the end it's just
Were
all
they a
caps
long
writing.
time ago?
Yeah. The pages themselves look really weathered and old.
I show this to the team and I say, I believe this to be the journal that we must pay the bone cat with.
Well done. May I sort of skim through and glean a couple of those?
Yeah.
You can see a dark look ripples across Bane's face when she gets to the references to the left eyes. Foul things happened here. Pass it around.
Donville just kind of takes it in.
Passes it.
It's none of my business. I don't read any of other people's diaries.
Well, I do. And this one says that there was someone named Aiden who, it seems, became dark and evil, and perhaps was the reason that Colleen could not leave this tower. It seems possible that Aiden brought about or became the great evil that we must vanquish.
Possible the same was threatening to happen to her, although our guide would have told us. Our guide would have told us.
Perhaps. Or perhaps our guide was non-intelligent.
Until too late.
It is strange. I do not see any remains. I would think if someone were trapped in this tower that long ago, they would still be here physically, if not spiritually.
Unless those remains up and move themselves somewhere else in the tower.
I do not like that possibility.
Me either.
Onward.
Yes, let's take it with us.
I snoop around the rest of the beds on the way out. If there's any like little, piles of gold or anything like that.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
21.
You think at a nearby bed you might see something underneath the pillow.
I'll go check.
As you lift the pillow, hoping to find a ring or a necklace, instead you are met with an eye that swivels around and looks at you, kind of quivering.
Hello.
The eye does not speak to you.
Did the rest of us see this?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
if you're close to Harith, yes.
Does
That's
anyone
weird.
need an eye?
Move my hand in front of it. Does it follow?
Yes. It looks like directly at you in turn.
What kind of tooth fairy do they have around here? Ugh.
This is a foul thing. Can I, Arcana check? Or what's going on with this eye that moves around, not attached to anyone? Can I make it
Yeah, give me
nature? I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check based off of what you've read in the journal.
I am going to 17. And if that would fail, I would like to add a D4, but I don't know if that's enough.
Yeah, you wonder to yourself if this may be Aiden's left eye. The way it was described in the journal as bloodshot, as the colors changed and Colleen became more and more terrified of Aiden, this descriptor seems to match for you.
I'd like to touch it.
Give me an intelligence saving throw.
It's a 6.
Oh.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just check. There might be one thing I'm gonna do before that resolves. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Dark One's own luck to go ahead and add a D10 to that, please.
Nice.
All right, it's another 6. It's a 12.
It's unfortunately still not enough. 13. Okay. You take 15 points of psychic damage and lose sight in your own left eye. You now have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight.
I would not recommend touching that.
Should I
Actually, as
destroy
you
it?
say this, Bane, you notice that the eye is no longer there, and indeed your own eye has been replaced with Aiden's eye, which is now swiveling in your skull, looking around of its own volition. Actually,
that's
the rest
bad.
of you would see this as Bane points to the eye and says, "No one should touch that."
Oh, whoa. Wait. Where's
Oh,
the eye?
no.
Ah, it's gross.
No, that's nasty.
What? I can tell they're reacting to me.
Yes. Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
I
What
can't
have you
see.
done with your own eye? You have now put Aiden's eye in your head. Where is your eye?
Yeah, that's a bad look. Lark kind of cups the sides of your face and looks over at Harith and is like, you're probably the closest thing we got to a surgeon.
Yes, I could take it out if you want.
Yeah, you want something to bite down on?
In a desperate whisper, and be like, "Help me! Is this the right direction?" And none of you can tell exactly who that is speaking to, but I am desperately speaking in the direction of my right shoulder.
Yeah, give me to your patron. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Yeah. It's a 14.
He's feeling amenable today. He says, yes, you have the eye. That wretched little creature you were talking to was the hand. You'll need both of these to open the dread gate.
This is... as Harith is leaning towards me with the knife, I want to be like, oh, hold! This may serve us. I have a feeling it may help us to get through along with our friend who will give us the key to the dread gate.
Well, if you are all right with a disgusting eye being in your own eye socket, then certainly that is your choice.
Thank you. Like, she's weirdly, I would like, your mileage may vary, but weirdly more successfully creepy now that she is not trying than when she tries to put the voice on. Calmly proceeding forward with a wildly rolling eye.
We left the cat outside, right?
Yeah. If you were to go back and look for it, now you would find it aimlessly wandering in the foyer doing cat things.
I don't know that we need that, just because I guess only Bane heard that.
But I did say out loud that a reference to that it's going to give us the key to the next door, which hopefully matches the information.
And you have the journal too, because I gave it to you.
Right.
Well then, Bane, you're the eye person now. Where to next? Look, I know a sign when I see one. Now you got an eye in your head that didn't used to be there, and
We know we will need keys to the gate, but we do not yet know where the gate is. Shall we continue?
Did the bone cat not say that they would give us a key?
They did. We could retrieve it now.
Better now than when we need the key.
I'll start heading for the stairs.
Sure.
I'll follow.
Yeah, I'll follow too. You'll just hear like boom, boom, boom as Donville's like just walking with his maul, just like behind him.
You see the cat making biscuits on the carpet.
Rotten biscuits.
I'll approach it and set the book down in front of it, kind of locking eyes with the cat.
It sees the eye in your head and says, well, I see you have the other key, so I'll give you the first one. And leaps and forms a hand once more that kind of lays on the floor ominously in front of you.
Bane, you want to be 2 for 2?
Bane's already reaching for it.
And with the words ringing in my ear, I am going to... I don't think I picked a thing that I'm resistant to with my fiendish resilience today. I don't know if this will help, but I would like to declare fiendish resilience against it was necrotic from the eye.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna...
It's okay, Amy. Gomez would never hurt you, so the hand doesn't hurt you.
Look at that face. Never heard you.
No interviews at this time.
He always like I mean,
No comment.
I trust implicitly in the cat and the hand and the cat hand as I reach out and touch our guide.
Yeah. You hold it. It scintillates with energy, but nothing happens. It does form like a gesture and point up. Not with this middle finger, though. With this
Oh, I didn't, because your hand was cut off. It was just a finger.
It's like, wow.
Rude.
Rude hand. All right, up we
Onward
go.
and upward. Harith will take the lead and head to the next staircase out of the living quarters.
Mm-hmm.
And repeat the same thing. Go and check around.
Yeah, as you ascend the stairs, you find yourself in the library with one final plaque denoting that one floor up is the observatory. You don't see any danger here in the library, at least. There's no like moving figures or whatever. Everything looks quite abandoned.
Do I see any books that look like they may have information about what's happening here, like like school records or someone's journal or a book on like the darkness or something like that?
Yeah, give me a wisdom saving throw as you like search through the books.
Wisdom saving. Uh-oh. 27.
You do get information, but it comes at a cost. I'm sorry. You said it was 17?
27.
27. Okay. Da, da, da. Yeah, you just find yourself enraptured with sitting and reading with the 27. You actually like lose track of time as you flip through the pages of this tome you are flipping through, to the point that the rest of the party, you start to become alarmed as first 10 minutes pass, then 15 minutes, then 30 minutes, then 45 minutes.
I fear something has befallen.
I'll handle it. And I just start non-stealthily, just like clunking up the steps.
When you come into the library where you finally see Harith sitting cross-legged on the floor, reading a book, almost feverishly, but not harmed. Just very engrossed in this very good book.
Next time I'm all for breaks. Let us know. Harith?
Respond.
Yeah, you like come to like kind of in a daze, and you learn the following. You learn that Vecna was born in the world of Earth. He was the son of a witch who was banished for dabbling in necromancy. He never knew his son, and he actually had a very tragic life for a very long time. After his mother was exiled for using foul magics, he was sort of kept as a slave, as a punishment by an order of wizards who forced him to be their scribe and carry out other mundane tasks for them. But in his inscribing of these magics, he became a great scholar of magic himself, to the point that after unlocking the secrets of the arcane, he massacred the wizards. You also find that he traverses the multiverse, but you're not sure what his motives are or what drives him at any point. But you do know that he is obsessed with artificially prolonging his life.
And do I get a sense of a connection? Like, do I know this is Vecna's tower based on this book? Or is it just like, oh, what an interesting person I have learned about in this library?
You feel like there is a connection here. Yeah. You're not sure if it's Vecna's tower, but in pages there's talk of a great battle, of a betrayal that Vecna suffered. And when you read about him traversing the multiverse and have this knowledge that this tower was pulled out of time and placed here, it dawns on you that Vecna would have the power to do so.
Do I read anything about an eye or a hand?
The symbology is there. So you do wonder if like the gate spoken of would have a relation to Vecna, since there is talk of like a golden eye that people covet that has a strong relation to Vecna.
I stand up and kind of dust myself off. I was absorbed in research. It was quite important. I must impart all of the knowledge I gained. Gather round.
I'll follow.
Hey! I yell back down the stairs.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, we just like learn some stuff. Come on. I start like just like real dad. It's dinner time.
I'm coming.
reverberates through the whole tower.
As soon as they come up, Harith like holds the book like this and is pacing back and forth, giving like a lecture on everything that's in the book. And then Vecna was banished. And
As soon as you say Vecna, the entire like tower reverberates with dark energy and you take
Whoops.
10 psychic damage.
Oopsie.
You see his face for a moment in your mind and it strikes in you a great fear. Thin gray skin pulled taut over the skeletal structure of the face and eyes devoid of joy or warmth. You feel, all of you, when Harith says this out loud, feel like a chill go down your spine, and it feels like the entire tower like sighs, like
That was unpleasant. Perhaps we should avoid that name.
What name?
The one I just said, which I will not say again
Oh.
because it was painful. If you are not listening, that is your problem.
Oh, shoot.
We are close then. I had a feeling. Yeah, this is him. You know what? Screw what you just read. I mean, it's valuable. It's important. But you know what? We all got trauma. And we didn't turn into weird, murderous archliches whose cults spread across the multiverse and wipe out your counted family. You know? Like, I never chose to do anything like that. And I got problems.
Not yet.
That was my backstory, actually. I turned
No, that's
good.
my...
Yeah. I mean, I turned good. You know, I had this whole arc. Remember that time? It was like a whole 3-month.
No,
thing that happened.
That's my backstory. It's the voice, the deal. Kenku.
I thought you were an angel who got struck down by a god. You lost your wings and you went on this whole redemption arc. Am I thinking
Who
of
are you,
someone else?
Mr.
Was that Joe?
Yeah.
Oh, that was Joe. I get y'all mixed up. I'm so sorry.
I'm listening to you tell the story and this history and feeling it run through the tower. I can be like, so this place is connected to Vecna?
as you say that,
You're not
name,
supposed to.
the entire tower shudders and you take 6 psychic damage.
Is that everyone or just Bane?
Just Bane. You feel the words kind of stick in your mouth and you feel your heart plummet to like your bowels as you say it.
It seems
Definitely connected.
It seems as though we should prepare to battle this unnamed one.
The power is close.
All right, let's do it.
Good.
One more
Good.
floor, right?
Indeed. I'll super stealth and try to just like see what's at the top of the stairs, assuming that there's probably some monster action happening, but assuming that I can be unseen.
Yeah. As you stealthily kind of move to the top observatory floor, you notice that the room of this floor is covered in large, gnarled black tentacles, kind of slivering over each other, this mass in pools of fresh blood. It's disgusting. You see that there are like corpse flies, bloated, thick, barely able to fly, covering most of the surface of the floor. The ceiling is a domed stained glass window that you can see glimpses of the stars of limbo vaguely through. But you also see a sort of like in the glass panes, in the colored glass panes, images from the life of the wizard you read about in the book. You see images of a woman being exiled. You see images of a young boy in chains inscribing arcane scrolls. And then you see what looks to be, well, give me a Arcana check.
9.
Yeah, you can't really make out what's happening, but you see that this young boy turns into a powerful man, and the wizards that were enslaving him are now strewn about his feet or praying to him.
I have reliable talent, which means that any roll below a 10 can be a 10. Does a 10 change that, what I saw?
No, not really.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like magic that's like a little bit out of your realm of expertise.
I don't really do magic. I go back down and say, that room is disgusting. However, it seems we could enter. I describe the tentacles and I say, specifically to Blaine, perhaps think carefully before touching anything.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're gonna end up with like a weird fingy situation.
No one wants weird thingies.
I may do well to avoid. Tentacle fingers don't. No, they don't sound good. That's. The mask kind of drops. That's good advice. Yeah, let's. Shall we?
If we are to fight soon, it seems, Dawnville, you should be at the front.
Would you like to be at the front, Donville? That's you, Michael.
Yeah.
Dawnville, pay attention.
Sorry. I was just checking this
I
out.
know
Dawnville
that you'd
is
like
Lark
to think
again.
about Joe, but the time is not now.
Right. All right.
Donville, you take the lead, and the room is exactly as Harith described. This time, as you all look, you do see at the far end of the room, the tentacles form a circular gate of this barbed, wicked black metal. And you wonder to yourself if this is the cruel gate.
Am I getting anything off that stained glass that did not pop out to Harith?
Yeah, give me an intelligence check or an arcana check.
We're gonna go Arcana. 24?
Yes, you do see attempts at apotheosis. And you do see the rituals that are known to you to create a phylactery. It occurs to you that this fiend which you are about to fight can only be temporarily weakened by your efforts, but not outright killed.
There's no
until
hint.
you find this secret.
There's no like panel of hiding it somewhere.
No.
Checking. You know.
It's good to check.
The foe we may face will be very difficult to truly defeat.
Well, I'd very much like to prove you wrong, kid.
A true death will be harder, but we can see how close we can get.
Let's open this gate. I'm gonna walk up to it, and is there a handle on it?
Are you missing any hit points as you attempt to walk across the tentacles?
I am.
They smell the blood on you and come alive as you begin to tread across this mat. Give me a dex save.
Right. A nat 20.
Ooh.
Give away
you are
in chat.
able to deftly. Oh yeah, give away in chat. You are able to, like, you see the vine whip up or the tentacle whip up, and you are able to duck underneath it, kind of like handspringing forward to the gate safely. The rest of you see this as it happens. You see the creature like come alive at the smell of blood and attempt to grab Dawnville.
All right, about time. And I'm going to start swinging the tentacles.
Are you
Are they big tentacles? Are they little tentacles?
It's just a mass of them. Are you missing any hit points?
No.
As
Because I
you
didn't
walk in and try
touch
to
stuff or
swing
say
at them,
stuff.
they don't like mark your passing. They don't come alive. There's like nothing for you to swing at. Instead, they slither on the ground. feasting on what looks to be human remains soup.
Ugh.
I'm still at the other side with Harith, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Lark, you are midway through floor, or you're still at our end?
No. Wait, Lark. Oh yeah, Lark is probably. Yeah, I don't know where Lark is. Dawnville specified that they wanted to get to the gate, so they're at the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just at wherever the tentacles start, looking very confused.
Okay, we're all standing together then. And in that case, I would like to go ahead, just for a sec here. I'm gonna cast Fly, and I get 2 additional targets.
Ooh, okay.
So I would love to sort of tap my own shoulder and Lark and Harith, unless you instinctively dodge out of the way.
No, I'll take. I'm used to this at this point, and Harith just stands with arms folded and feet completely straight below them, and just like kind of floats over. Like the flying is not like woo. It's like yes, I am being transported.
No matter how many times you do this, Lark is still terrible at it, and he kind of goes like butt first, just like and just like yeah,
Like
just like a
you're
rounded
on the
back, like
being pulled by a pulley system.
yeah.
And I'll try to swoop dramatically forward, hand first here.
The tentacles come alive. In fact, you see like a drop of blood from your eye, Bane, go tipping down. You see them snap up and grab it. And as they lunge at you greedily, though, you are able to fly over them and make it to the gate. The gate itself has an image of Vecna on it, missing a hand and an eye.
Not very subtle, is he?
I start by reaching out with the hand.
It clicks into place.
I'm gonna turn to Harith.
Oh.
Are you implying that I should remove your eyeball?
I'm open to other ideas, but
Lark just like sifts through his bag and just pulls out this like weird nondescript piece of cloth, and it's just like, you won't bite down on something?
yes.
Would you like to inspect the door first to make sure you believe that this is necessary?
That's fair.
That's a good idea.
I'll investigate it too, but I'm assuming that this is magic stuff that probably Harith doesn't really know much about.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an Arcana check and an investigation check, respectively.
My investigation is 14.
18 Arcana.
Okay. Yeah, you wonder if you could just put your eye in the relief.
Like lean forward.
Mhm.
I'm gonna instinctively start to just see if I can sort of place myself eye to eye with the figure who shall remain nameless.
Fine. Lark almost looks disappointed.
Yeah, as you put your eye forward, you feel a suction feeling as boom, it is pulled out of your skull with your own eye kind of coming back into place, blurry, still with no vision, unfortunately. And for a moment, it is as though you and Vecna share vision for a moment. You see the betrayal of Vecna at the hands of one of his own personal guard, a fallen paladin known as Kaz. You see this fallen paladin sever Vecna's hand and put out his eye. The eye glows in the relief for a moment, and then the gate sinks into the ground.
Harith instinctively lurks to the side.
Yeah, Lark's kind of doing that like UFC fighter right before the bell rings, just getting antsy, just like, okay, come on.
Yeah, Donville just starts hammering his maul into the ground like a sort of like word. What's that word where you're like making music for war?
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, war. war musicking.
More music.
So,
I'm going to move forward.
The walls are made of a mixture of stone, and embedded in the stone, like almost as though imprisoned there, you see eyes, hands, and mouths. You see the wizards of the tower resurrected as zombies trying to paw and get at you. You hear their groaning reverberating through this desecrated temple. The floor is carpeted with a thick layer of ash. The pews are broken and strewn all about, and the tormented dead cry out to you from their stone prisons. On the far side of the temple, standing at the top of a set of stairs, you see him, the character from all these images, a desiccated, desecrated corpse in tattered purple robes with an ornate gold breastplate. Inside his chest is a gold and red book. He is missing his left eye and his left hand. And he, with his remaining eye, like looks over at all of you and says, I would congratulate you on your perseverance, but you wouldn't be alive long enough.
It's okay. You can go again. This is good.
we're not live. We'll edit this.
Well, we're used to bad guys monologuing. We'll give you a second.
And he starts laughing. And he says, let's keep it simple, shall we? Perish. And the room erupts in green necrotic flames, kind of barring you back from the tower below. Roll for initiative.
12.
Initiative, or I get advantage on this.
I got
16.
15.
My mic is still spazzing out, and I don't know why.
We're hearing you now. I got a 15.
Godville got 11.
All right. Lark, you go first.
All right. This is it. This is the moment that Lark's been waiting for a really long time. He looks over his shoulder. How far away is this guy? Can I run at him?
What's your movement speed?
30 feet.
You'd make it halfway across the room.
All right. I'm making it halfway across the room. He looks at his kids. Gonna be together soon, one way or another. Runs 15 feet, or runs 30 feet. Gets there, gets halfway, and gonna cast. We're just gonna go. All right. Casting. He points his sword at Vecna and says, today's payback. And it's just like sputtering and like thought he had something kind of cool to say, but it's just like kind of like overwhelmed by the emotion, and casts Holy Weapon on his big sword, and all of the relics start like lighting up, and it lights up with radiant damage.
Okay, Bane.
I confronted with the horrors of this room and an abundance of options before me. I am going to instinctively pause and look around, and I'm going to put on the armor of Agathis. Which level do I want to do that? Which will give me some temporary hit points, and if I get hit by a melee attack while I've got him up, there's going to be some cold damage.
Except it doesn't. Using one of his reactions, Vecna dispels your magic with a dread counterspell. What level are you casting this at?
I was eyeballing it. Let's assume I was going to do max that I,
Oh, yeah,
level.
because
Let's
you're
say
a
third
warlock. Okay, yeah. As
you're
you
at 5th level.
begin to
Okay.
like cast the spell and the armor of Agathis begins to take hold, Vecna, using his remaining hand, lifts one crooked finger and the spell shatters and falls to the ground in ash.
Shaken, I'm going to stand there for one moment, look around, and the only other thing I can do is a cantrip, and they would take a full action, so can I hide behind something? Is there something I can run and just stand behind?
There's probably like a broken pew that would give you like half cover.
Yep, that's what we're doing. The bravado shatters into pieces with the attempted spell as I just book it over behind one of the broken pews and duck down.
Okay. Harith?
The room is about like 80 feet across, you said? So I couldn't reach melee?
You're about 60 feet away from him.
60 feet. Okay.
Yeah, and there's about another 60 feet behind him. Probably closer to 40 feet, actually. So 100 feet total in the entire room, with him being somewhere in the middle-ish.
Harith is going to look upward to the ceiling or the rafters or the walls and move closer across the room, but instead of like toward the middle of the room, go to the wall and try to climb up and like hide kind of in the rafters up there.
Yeah, for sure. As you climb up the wall, give me a dex save to see if you can kind of weave in and out of these zombies that are wrought into the metal of the walls here.
28.
You're able to do it. Not only, and then go ahead and give me another stealth check for the hide action.
I get advantage, so it's either 23 or 18. I rolled a 1. That was gross. So 23, we'll take that.
We'll go with the 23. You are able to weave in and out of the zombies, and you think that you are somewhat concealed amongst them. Maybe you even acted out a little bit. Ooh.
Yeah. Zombie. Okay, cool.
And with that, it is your turn, Donville. Gomez, no.
Donville is gonna pick up his maul. Go, it's raging time, and he's going to enter rage. As part of the bonus action of entering his rage, he can move up to half his speed, so he moves 20 feet, and then he's gonna move 40 feet.
That gets you to him.
Yes. He's gonna rush forward. Black feathers flying off of his back because he actually has I don't know. His feathers fall out a lot, so he actually has lots of bald spots, but he kind of like combs them over. Nobody talks about it though. He's gonna rush up. This is a reckless rage as well.
Okay.
And he is going to make 2 attacks.
Okay, yeah, roll to hit for the first one.
Right. It's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, I get advantage on these too. So let me just roll for advantage. Okay, a 24 and then a 33.
Go ahead and roll damage on the. Wait, is the 33 the damage?
33 is the second attack.
Go ahead and roll damage for the first attack first.
Okay. First attack is 15, then I get 4 for rage, so it's 17 points of damage, bludgeoning.
Perfect. Is this a magical weapon?
Yes, this is the +1 maul.
Gotcha. As your maul strikes out against Vecna, you hear the ribs crack, and then he utters one eldritch word, dealing you, he's going to use his Fell Rebuke, dealing you 10 necrotic damage. And then he teleports 30 feet behind you.
Oh, come on!
Yeah. Yeah, Vecna's rude.
All right, I think that's my turn then.
Mhm. So now he is going to use his Flight of the Damned. He conjures a torrent of spectral entities that is going to fill the room in front of him. So, Harith, you're actually free of this, I believe. Lark, Donville, and Bane, give me a DC 22 con save.
That's a net. Sorry.
Sorry, go.
What did you say?
Oh, I was just talking to myself out loud about what I'm about to roll.
I got a nat 20 for a 32.
Hey!
I got a
That's
16.
That's a giveaway.
Oh yeah, giveaway.
Vecna dice in chat to make me feel better about my 17.
You know what? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Donville, this is even better because you're behind him. So, like, you actually wouldn't have been hit by the spectral attack. So that nat 20 is even better, honestly, with that in mind. Okay, y'all take 5, 3, that's 8, 2, that's 10, 7, that's 17. Where am I at? Okay. And then, okay, that's 34, 38, 43, 51. I rolled really high on these D8. You take 51 necrotic damage, and you are frightened of Vecna.
Oof. Who isn't though?
Jasmine, I declared necrotic earlier because I was scared to touch, so have it?
Yeah.
26. But I'm still scared.
And then, because he had teleported to Lark, he is going to make 2 attacks with his dagger, Afterthought. The first one is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
The second is a 17 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. The first one deals 8 piercing damage plus 9 necrotic damage. And you are afflicted by the foul magics encased within Afterthought, meaning you're going to take 2d8 necrotic damage at the start of each of your turns, beginning with this one. And then that's gonna come with something on its own. Then Vecna is going to move. So you do get an op attack on him.
Okay. Lark is just down on his. This is already going very badly. I don't know why he thought this was going to go well. Already just down on his knees and like barely hanging onto the sword, and just almost at the last second remembers where he is and what's happening, and takes this swing. And that's going to be a 25.
That hits.
Okay. So that's going to be, let me roll my normal damage and then double check my holy weapon situation. So that's 11 points of damage plus move dice log, plus 2d8 radiant damage. Roll that real quick. Plus an additional 7.
Okay.
So he's nailed. Like, we got him.
It is the beginning of your turn. You take the 2d8 damage, which is going to be 9 points of necrotic damage. Give me a con save.
$16.
It's not enough. As the place where he drove Afterthought in between your 2 ribs seeps with like this black ooze, it dawns on you that you cannot regain hit points until you overcome this pox. It is your turn, however.
Amazing. Okay, let's see here. Where has Vecna moved to?
He's moving over towards Bane. He moved over towards Bane, but didn't take an action yet.
Okay. Can I let's see here. I'm going to drop concentration on Holy Weapon. Now, I think this, okay, it's kind of back in reality. I'm going to cast Bless at 3rd level. I think I can do that. Yeah. So I'm going to cast Bless at 3rd level on my my compatriots.
Okay.
Ooh.
Which means whenever they make attack rolls or saving throws, they can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack or saving throw. Perfect.
Is that ongoing or just once?
That is
It's ongoing.
ongoing.
Yeah.
Or actually, I'm only going to cast that at level 2 because it doesn't improve the bonus. It just increases the number of people I can do it to. So I'm going to cast it at level 2.
All right. So you cast Bless on the party.
Mm-hmm. And then I just writhe around being all poisoned and stuff. Real Demon Slayer moment over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Love
So-
it. Bane, it is your turn. Vecna is staring down on you.
So right now, I can't move towards him. Not that that's particularly possible right now, and I would have disadvantage on any attacks I make against him.
Mhm.
Which sucks because I was getting ready. So what I'm gonna do instead of
Yeah,
that,
you and Lark are unable to handle the terrors of Vecna, and both of you are like running away. I guess you would have maybe gotten disadvantage on your op attack, Joe, but that's okay.
Oh, true.
I didn't think about it, so it's fine.
I would like to facing him eye to eye. I am going to stare him in the face and too frightened to do much of anything. I would like to lock eyes with him, pretending I have the courage here and
Mhm.
hex.
He's going to counterspell. You also take 3d6 psychic damage, which I rolled really low on. So you take 6 psychic damage and have a vision of him plucking out your own eye and replacing his with it.
And with that was my bonus action.
Mhm.
I am too scared to do anything else. I am going to
You still have your
guess-
action.
I do still have my action, so you know what? We're gonna chill touch this guy.
Go for it.
I don't know. It's also a ranged spell attack, but so it's gonna be a disadvantage anyway, but I'm frightened, so I'm going to attempt to out-chill the chiller with a 13.
That does not hit.
Didn't sound... Oh, yeah, and it's a disadvantage. Hold on, it gets worse. That would have been cool! That would have been a 29!
That would have hit.
Aw.
Unfortunately, it does not.
Would the D4 from Bless help?
What was it? Let me look at the game log. Was it a 13? Yeah, no. At most, that would get you to 17. His AC is 18. Just
Rough.
one
Good-
shy.
Good catch, and thank you.
Yeah, you
as
attempt to
another...
chill touch Vecna, but you are haunted with images of him taking your own eye and cutting off your own hand, as was done to him. Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
Too scared to move and put myself at risk, so we're gonna stay put.
All right, Harith.
You tell me, because this is how I'm imagining the room, but feel free to tell me it's wrong.
Mhm.
I am imagining that it has some exposed rafters because it would look really cool if Harith hooks their knees over one of the rafters and swings down upside down with their short
Mhm.
bow and takes a shot with the...
Go for it, yeah.
Okay, cool. So the short bow attacks with 23.
That hits.
And since my compatriots are in melee, I get to use sneak attack as well.
Yes.
So my initial damage will be, I rolled a 1, but that's 7 because of the +6.
Okay.
And then an additional, well, there's so many low rolls in that,
Whoa.
33. So a total of 40 damage from the short bow. And then
Yeah.
I will take the bonus action to scurry up and hide again in the rafters.
As you shoot him with this arrow that goes piercing through his undead rib cage, he turns around and, pointing that crooked finger at you, strikes you with a fell rebuke. You are going to take... I rolled ones as well. That's 8 necrotic damage, and he is going to teleport.
Next to me, please.
Does my hide action mitigate that at all?
Huh?
Does my hide bonus action mitigate that at all?
His passive perception is actually higher than your 23. So you were
Fair.
never actually successfully hidden from him. He knew where you
Oh
were.
man. Oh man.
Yeah, he's like, Vecna's a dick, y'all.
I have but oh wait. No, that's only for attacks. Never mind. I can't. Wait, so you said 8 necrotic?
Yes. Mhm.
8. Okay.
And he's going to teleport to behind Bane because he's just decided Bane is who he's going to terrorize.
Can I try a new hide roll to see if I can hide this time?
Yeah, I think you can hide on a bonus action as a
Yeah.
rogue, right? Yeah.
I can. My bonus action can be hide, disengage, or dash.
mhm.
So another stealth.
Yep.
I got to get higher than a 23. Oh, that's a 34.
Okay, yeah. You
Okay, cool.
believe this time you've successfully hidden among the zombies.
Great.
Dawnville.
Yeah.
Bane shivering, crying, cowering in a corner, and you see Lark writhing around on the ground.
I got this, guys. Don't worry. How far away is Vecna from me?
He is 40. Wait. I think he's 40 feet.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna run. My movement's is 40 feet. It's like, oh, thank God. Any further than that, and
Calculus.
I'm screwed.
I'm so used to using miniatures that I'm like, I think he's 40 feet. Okay, you run up to him.
I'm gonna run up to him, and I'm gonna make my first attack. This time, I'm not gonna roll both my attacks at once
Mhm.
because now I know. So I am raging. So this is with advantage. A 25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and I'm gonna add 4 to this because I'm raging. So 22 damage, bludgeoning.
Perfect. Trying to think how many reactions I've used. I used 1 on Harith, 1 on Bane. So I think he has 1 left because he has 3 reactions. So he's going to strike you with his fell rebuke, which does 9 necrotic damage, and then he's going to teleport to Lark, where he laughs menacingly over his body. He's such a chat. He has 3 reactions. And then it is his turn, unless you'd like to do something else on your turn, Dawn.
I'm gonna use my second attack to hit the ground. Damn it! Get over here so I can kick your ass.
Oh my gosh. Also, Bane, give me that con save to see if you're unfrightened. That should have happened at the end of your turn. Lark, you as well. Go ahead and give me those retroactively.
And we can use bless on a save.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's an 18 for Lark.
That's not enough.
Cool.
21.
You need a 22.
No.
Use the blessed die. The blessed die.
That was with 1 extra from the bless.
The 2 of you are still frightened. It is now Vecna's turn. Vecna is standing over you. He is going to unleash upon you your rotted fate. He says, "You're nothing but walking meat.
Ugh.
And as he does, he engulfs you with his necrotic energy. Make a DC 22 con save.
By 22, do you mean a 14 will succeed?
Go ahead and add your blessed die. I don't think it'll be enough, though.
I myself am not blessed.
Oh, bold choices. Okay. Oh, drop it.
D&D Beyond was like, hey, Jasmine, want to come on and TPK some people? Cool. Cool.
That was the assignment.
I completely dropped my my die. So I'm just gonna, this is actually helpful because this is gonna, you guys will then know that I'm okay. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to roll.
You don't got to show us the rolls. You can if you want to just.
No,
frighten us extra
I
much.
want to. I want to. Okay, you guys see this? 40 plus 60. You take 100.
What?
You take 100 necrotic damage.
And you rolled it with
Friends.
Cestia. That's just insult to injury.
I have to ask, does this kill you?
Yes,
You
it
are
does.
now a zombie.
Ooh.
And you rise as one of Vecna's minions. You are now Vecna's chosen. Indeed, Lark gets, like, you see this necrotic energy rip apart Lark's flesh and replace it instead with an undead facsimile of what he used to be. You see a dull glow in his eyes as he turns at all of you and says, "Hail, Vecna."
Ugh.
Yeah, you don't even get any death saves against this. A humanoid command's
Amazing.
magic rises as a zombie
Yeah.
at the start of Vecna's
last-
turn.
The last thing Lark sees is just his kids at a distance, and then they just fade away.
No!
Oh.
You are now moved to being right after Vecna in the initiative order, but you could just look up a zombie stat sheet and act under Vecna's will to kill your friends.
Copy that.
Okay.
Just a standard zombie.
Yeah, just a standard zombie.
Got it.
Bane.
You don't even get to
Bouncing
be a
around,
cool
causing
zombie.
trouble.
You're just a lame zombie.
Incredible.
Bane, you see this.
I don't know if I'm gonna manage our bargain. Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
Great. Love to have all of his reactions back. I don't try to shrug off being frightened until the end of my turn, right?
Yes, that's at the end of your turn. Mhm.
Cool.
Poor Lark.
Poor Lark, indeed. I'm going to. You know what? Heck with it. They're all at disadvantage, but I got 4 of them. So Eldritch Blast.
All right, let's go.
One at a time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, disadvantage. First one is a 12.
Miss.
Next one is a 12.
Miss.
Oof.
He deflects your Eldritch Blast easily with his hand.
2 more. Third one is a 19.
That one catches him.
Ooh.
4. It's gonna be. I feel like probably meant to boost this with something because it's gotta be more than 1. I refuse to do 1 point of damage. I gotta be
Are
able
you
to drop
adding
something
your
on this.
Charisma mod or something to it? Do you have agonizing blast? I'm trying to think. One doesn't seem right for a level
No.
20
I
Warlock.
I feel like I built myself slightly wrong. If you want to give me like a reasonable sort of flavor there.
Let's say you have agonizing blast. So at a
Mhm,
minimum, add your charisma mod to that.
Yep, that's what's happening. It's gonna be 6 points on that one.
Okay.
Just as it finds its first hold there. The last one is a 24.
That hits. Yeah.
All right, and we're gonna go 1d10 plus 5 for 9 more points as the fourth one, if it finds its mark.
Yeah, as it strikes, he is going to strike you with his fell rebuke, dealing that 3d6 necrotic damage. That's going to hit you for 13, and he's going to teleport back to you. So he's back between Dawnville and Bane now.
I
Or I
take
guess-
that 13 as a
yeah.
7. And that was my action. I don't think I have a bonus that I can do here. I just wanted to put everything in that and get something out there. As we move on from me, because I'm too frightened to do much of anything else.
Okay. Dawnville, it is your turn. Or no, Harith, it's your turn. Sorry.
I'm
Completely.
going to try the same deal, especially now that I'm successfully hidden.
Mhm.
Taking a shot with my short bow.
Okay.
27.
That hits.
And the damage will be 10 plus 42. So a total of 52.
Okay.
And then I will again take my bonus action to hide again.
Okay. He is going to strike you with the fell rebuke.
Can he do that even though I'm hidden?
It would take place at the time the attack happens, so you could hide after you get struck.
So what does my hide at the end of my turn last time do?
I think it's that he won't target you because he can't figure out where you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. So this is going to be 9. So you take 9 points of necrotic damage, and he teleports away from you again, Bane. You could take an op attack if you so wished. I wanted to do a thing, but yeah, I think the teleport's a better one because I actually messed up what I was gonna do, chat. So he moves away, and then go ahead and give me that stealth roll.
I have advantage. So the first one is 31.
Perfect.
The second is 18. And I can add the blessed die if I need to the 31.
Okay.
Should I?
No. You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Have they lost bless since I am now a zombie?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you're now a zombie. I hadn't
Rip.
thought of that. You're right. All right. Vecna teleports away, Dawnville, and as it is your turn, and you notice he is manipulating Lark's corpse like a marionette.
Oh no.
Lark. How far is Lark and how far is Vecna?
He's 40 feet away, and Lark is in front of him. He's almost using him as like a meat shield and
Okay.
marionetting him, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna rush forward with my maul and just go, I'm really sorry, Lark, I'm really sorry. And I'm gonna attack Lark, zombie Lark, with an attack. And this is with advantage. And you know what? I've been hitting pretty consistently, even though he keeps teleporting away. So I'm gonna be using Great Weapon Master for my attacks this turn.
Okay, cool.
So against Lark, a 24 to hit.
Does that hit Lark? Are you muted?
Yes, that hits because I have an AC of 8 now.
So then it's 15 damage plus 4 from Rage plus 10 from Great Weapon Master for 29 total damage.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's dead because he has 22 hit
You
points.
have
Just gonna-
undead fortitude though. You have undead fortitude.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry, Joe. I just want to be able to hit something more than
let me roll my my con save.
Actually, I think you'd have
Let's
to
see
make a
here.
47.
Yeah, I rolled a 17.
Oh my gosh.
You don't survive.
Nope.
You strike down your own friend, Dawnville.
No.
We'll get Joe to take care of this. All right, we got Joe. Joe back at home has divine intervention. He can do all sorts of really crazy shit.
Oh my gosh.
And
What would you
then
like to do
I'll
with the
take
rest of your turn?
my second attack to against Vecna.
Okay.
And
Perfect.
hopefully
Go
that'll
ahead and roll.
also be Great Weapon Master. So 27 to hit.
That hits.
And that will be 28 total damage.
Okay. Is that your turn?
If he stays there, I have a bonus action attack.
Yeah, I think he will teleport actually. He's going to Fell Rebuke for 9 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to teleport off to the left, seeing now that his meat shield has been slain. And
That's my turn.
okay, now that it's his turn, Vecna is going to use his necrotic magic to engulf one creature within 120 feet of himself. So it's going to be you, Bane. Give me a con save.
No bless on that one, right?
No, blessed. Lark is no longer for this world.
21.
So close to 22. If only you had that bless.
Oh no.
All right. It's a 44 plus 60.
What?
104 points of damage to Bane.
What
Who
type
is
of
still
damage?
alive.
Oh, yeah.
Necrotic.
So 104
Actually.
becomes 52?
Yes.
Whoo! Okay, let's see. So 50 it's not great, but I'm still substantially on my feet. And I was confused about this and kept thinking it needed to be specific kinds of attacks. Can I hellish rebuke that thing?
Yeah, no, you can hellish rebuke taking damage.
I would like, because I can see it, and it is damaging me, I would love to point my finger and engulf it in hellish flames. Please, can you make a dex saving throw?
Dread counterspell.
Vecna sucks.
As the flames
All right, if you're gonna fight
into
Vecna,
nothing.
you need more than one spellcaster.
And maybe some
What level
healers.
are you casting at?
I was going to do it at let's just say I was going to do it at 5th level.
Okay. At 5th level, he has to make a DC 15 intelligence check. He is very intelligent, though. He makes it, and then you take 3d6 psychic damage. So that's 14 points of psychic damage.
Uh-oh.
I only get one reaction on a turn, so that's the end of mine.
Aw.
Okay. I'm trying to remember. I think you can use a bonus action and a reaction on your turn, can't you?
I probably
Yeah.
can. I just didn't give myself a lot of
he's going to
bonus
use
actions,
his
oddly.
bonus action to vile teleport within 20 feet of you. You take, let's see. Oh, there's no save. Okay. He can cause each creature of his choice to take 3d6 psychic damage. So you take another 12 points of psychic damage, and he regains health from you. So you see him like feeding on your fear as he says, all your friends are dead. And he just becomes more and more powerful. His wounds begin to knit closed. And he regains 80 hit points. Okay,
80? That's like all the damage I've done.
And this is where, as he prepares to pluck out Bane's eyes, Harith hides cowering in the rafters, and Donville feels helpless to save his friend, standing before the murdered corpse of his beloved Lark. That is going to be where we call today's session to a close. I feel like such an ass, but this boss is
amazing.
crazy.
How do we predict that the battle ends?
I think you all die.
I think everyone but Harith dies, and then Harith stays in the rafters for days, waiting for an opportunity to stealth out.
Oh, I could see that happening. I could see that
Yep.
happening. Yeah.
And
Just
then
acting like a zombie the
Yeah.
whole time.
maybe makes it out, or maybe just dies of starvation and becomes a zombie. Who knows?
Well, let's just tell people where they can find us. I have been your warlock. This was absolutely a delight. My name is Amy Dallen. You can find me at Enthusiamy everywhere. Joe Starr.
Hi, I'm Joe Starr. You can find me here at D&D Beyond. Thank you, Jasmine, so much for just murking me in the worst way possible.
I was going
that was a
so
blast.
easy, though. It's the crazy part.
I know. Yeah.
So evil. Oh, man. Going up against Vecna without a way to buff those con saves, there's just no way.
Next up, Michael Galvis.
Hey, I'm Michael Galvis. I manage an editorial on D&D Beyond. And hey, if you had fun, check out the level 20 adventure that we published today. And check out the Vecna dossier, which you will need if you're going to run this adventure, because it contains the stat block. It contains some really awesome lore about Vecna, and it is yours to claim, I think up until June 16th. So get on that, because this is a really awesome boss to go up against.
Yeah, and thank you, special guest Anna Prosser.
Thank you so much for having me. This was absolutely a great time. Thank you so much. You can find me at Anna Prosser anywhere on social media, or annaprosser.com. I mostly just talk for a living and play games. So I hope to see you again. And I've never fought Vecna before, and this was exactly what I would have wanted.
Jasmine, where can people find you if they want to celebrate all the cool stuff you're doing, like a new show that might have come out?
Oh, yeah. Hi. Hello. I'm Jasmine, that bronze girl, Bhullar. I stream full time on Twitch. I talk about comics. I play video games. I have a talk show. I'm the DM for Battle for Beyond, that Joe is our wonderful producer on, that I worked with Amy on. You can find that on D&D Beyond. And Coffin run with my run on Dimension 20. I'm a game master for Dimension 20 now. Just premiered yesterday. Today, the adventuring party is going up. So make sure you check out Coffin Run. And I don't know, stay tuned for more Battle for Beyond. Who knows? Only Amy and Joe know. I don't. I'm just I don't know. Bother them if you want more.
Yes. Harass me.
Claim that that's the best way. We'll be like, look, people are, I don't know, they keep tweeting. Claim that dossier. You have until the 16th to grab that at no cost. It's going to be a sub perk in June and July as well, but you can get it right the heck now, but with the click of a button. Those dice that you've been watching us roll are currently on sale because we wanted to celebrate Vecna. We're all in a very Vecna mood on account of him terrifying lots of lovely children on Stranger Things. And join us for further adventures next time on D&D Beyond.